And we're getting the Twitch stream going as well.
Perfect.
All right, I believe we are live now. Mark, if you want to walk us through some stuff here.
Sounds great. So, who do we have with us? I am Mark over in Champaign.
Nick here in Springfield.
This is Dan, who is also a manager in Champaign.
And my name is Tyler. I'll be playing today with everybody.
Awesome. Tyler, do you want to plug your cast real quick?
Yeah, so this is also going to be a game that we're playing for a podcast called Makeshift Meeples that Nick and I do together, and we post episodes every week. Thanks for inviting me, guys.
Very cool. Otherwise, we most of us will probably find you on one of the Titan Games areas, such as Twitch. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Dice Throne today. Definitely a favorite game of mine. The art's awesome. The gameplay is a lot of fun as well. And it can be played with a number of different players. You can play it one-on-one. You can play it a free-for-all between one-on-one and up to 6 players. Or you can play a team game. So you can do 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 3 teams of 2. There are all sorts of ways to play the game. And that's one of the fun aspects of the game. It's also a game that's easily expandable. So the original season had 6 characters, which we have here. But at Titan Games, we'll also be carrying, as they get released, other versions of the game as well, which usually come out in 2-player expansion packs. Everything from the Angel character to the Pirate character to all sorts of other really cool ones. So the characters we have out with us today, we show all 6, and however, we're going to be playing with the Barbarian, the Moon Elf, and the Pyromancer today. We'll be using the Barbarian, Tyler's character, to show a lot of the different abilities, and we'll also be using one of the characters, the Monk, to show a few of the card abilities so that none of the players have to reveal their cards. During this game, we'll be taking turns. Each player will start at 30 life points, and it's an elimination game, so the last character with any life left will be the winner of the game. Each player will start with a few character points, which they can use to spend on cards. Cards can do all sorts of cool things, such as permanently increase the effects of combinations, as well as alter dice at different points in the game to create some chaos. I'll go through, first of all, what a turn order, like how someone's turn will go, and then we'll show you one of the characters' boards. We'll use Tyler's Barbarian board to give some more specific examples. So if we want to bring up the turn order card that's right above each person's character, that would be perfect. So the first thing we'll do is an upkeep phase. There will be different special status effects that are going on, and we'll have to remind ourselves to get rid of those and to resolve certain status effects at people's upkeep. Then we're going to gain a character point as well as draw a card in our income phase, so that way we have a little more to work with in terms of points that we can spend to play different cards, and we'll gain more cards to be able to use. Next, we'll have a main phase, which will let us do certain upgrades, and we can also sell cards for a character point each. So if we decide there's some cards we're not going to use, or if we decide there's a really cool card that we want more character points to spend on, we can decide to get rid of some of our cards during our main phase to gain more points. Card that has an M on it is basically a main phase card, so we would play that during this phase by spending however many points it tells us to. After our first main phase, we'll go on to a roll phase. Each person is going to have a group of 5 dice, and the dice will have both a picture on it as well as a number. And so, Tyler, if you want to bring up your board real quick. This way we can zoom in, and as you can tell, some of our dice combinations will instruct us that they'll go off when we have a small straight. So, for example, 4 numbers in a row, like 1 through 4, 2 through 5, or 3 through 6. Or, notice under that, he has an ability called Reckless that's a large straight. So that'll be a 1 through 5 or a 2 through 6 that would go off there. All of the other abilities on Tyler's board will be based on the pictures of the dice. If you want to be able to tell what those are, go to the left side of Tyler's board. So you'll see next to the thing that says Concussion, Stun, and Barbarian. Down at the bottom right, there will be the sword icon is a 1, 2, or 3. The life icon is a 4 or 5, and the POW icon is a 6. And so says 3, 4, or 5 swords in a row, that means that any combination of 1s, 2s, and 3s will get you those icons. So you'll realize pretty quickly that some of those combinations are really easy to do, such as Smack or Fortitude on the Barbarian board, whereas things like Crit Bash will be pretty hard to do, or Overpower might be hard to do as well. Notice the bottom ability is his Rage. That is 5 6s, so pretty hard to accomplish, but it has a really powerful ability if you accomplish it. So, basically, on Tyler's turn, when his die rolling begins, going back to the turn order, he'll do his offensive roll phase, so he'll roll all 5 of dice. He can keep any number he wants and then do a reroll, and then finally he can keep any number again, do a final reroll. So it's 1 roll and then 2 rerolls of any number of dice you want. Keep in mind, some of your enemies or you might be able to alter some of the dice at any time they choose, so long as it has the little die roll icon, meaning it's a roll phase maneuver. Next, we'll do the targeting roll phase. Now, this is one of the more interesting parts of the game, especially as you start increasing the number of opponents. And what this means is we are all in kind of a gladiatorial battle together, and you don't really get to choose who you attack. You're going to have to attack the person who you can find. And some of the abilities even allow you to attack all of your opponents. Have fun with a Pyromancer, Dan.
Yeah.
So at this point, you will roll a die, since it's a 3-player game. And that means, in Tyler's case, that on a 1, 2, or 3, he'll attack the player to his left, the Moon Elf. And on a 4, 5, or 6, he'll attack the player to his right, the Pyromancer. All of that die, and we've determined who we're going to be attacking. The last thing we do is a defensive roll. Now, one of the interesting things is, just like the rest of your board, your individual defensive roll is different from everyone else. So let's go ahead and go back to the Barbarian here. The defensive roll is the bottom right on his board, which is the Thick Skin. It says that they roll 3 dice, and for every heart they gain, so every 4 or 5, I believe, on their dice, they would gain 2 life. And then, of course, they'll take whatever effect that the battle has. Let's go over to Moon Elves' board really quickly. You'll see that theirs is Missed Me. They roll 5 dice instead of the Barbarian's 3. And on some of their rolls, it says on every combination of 2 foot rolls, they would prevent half the damage rounded up. And for every 2 bow rolls, they would deal a damage back to their attacker. Finally, we'll go over to the Pyromancer. And they don't prevent any damage at all. They're called Molten Armor. They rolled 5 dice as well. And
Just
for
do
each
all the damage back.
fire token, they're going to deal a damage. And then for each of the other types of token, they gain Fire Mastery that'll let them do cool abilities and upgrade their abilities and some of their damage effects in the game. So I want to give everybody finally, after the entire offensive, targeting, and defensive roll phases have finished, we'll resolve all the effects. Then the active player has a chance to do a second main phase. So if they've decided that they do want to play, they do want to spend more cards to gain more character points. As a reminder, you can always discard those in your main phases and sell the cards for a character point each. Otherwise, if you decide you want to play certain cards that have main phase or any time effects, you can do that. Finally, you'll go to a discard phase where you're required to sell all your cards above 6. Would go, and then we'll continue going to the left until only 1 player remains. Now, I do want to give people the chance to see a couple versions of cards. So first, I'm going to show one of the Monk's cards called Fist of Fury 2. So if you can go and double-click on that. 2 character points, and you play it in your main phase because there's an M on the right side. This is a level 2 card rather than level 3, so level 3 cards are the most powerful, but level 2 cards are affordable and a nice upgrade. This would mean that for the rest of the game, whenever I get a small straight ability on the monk board, then when they get a small straight, they deal 5 damage and then gain 2 chi. Instead, my monk, when they activate this ability, it would deal 6 damage and 3 chi. I'll show you one other one of those, which will be the Fist Strike level 3. So there's an example of that card. This one costs 3 character points. It would upgrade my kind of basic attack. So where I deal more damage, I'd gain chi, and on a 3 of a kind of numbers, I'd also inflict a knockdown effect, which is on my monk board. I want to show one other type of card. Here is a card called So Wild. I'll put it up on the left side of my board. So this is a one-time effect. Notice that it has a die roll icon. So I would do this during the roll phase, whether that be the offensive, targeting, or defensive part of the game. It costs me 2 character points as well. And I can change any one die to any other number. So it's a wild now, and I would change the die outcome. I could do that to try to make a powerful effect during my offensive phase, maybe to change the target if I might be the one who's targeted, or even change a defensive effect if I were to so choose. It looks like I can change my own dice or someone else's with that card. As a reminder, if I'm out of character points, I wouldn't be able to do that on someone else's turn. I'm only allowed to sell cards during my main phases. So if I want to use a quick trick like that, I may need to dump some of my other cards to my discard pile in order to make enough ammo for it. Let's see. Are there any questions on what we've discussed so far?
No, I think
Can you explain selling a card? I think you just get rid of it.
Absolutely. So during your main phase, instead of playing a card, you can decide to discard it, and you'll gain 1 character point for it. Okay. You can't do that as you need your points. You got to do it during your main phase.
Yep.
Let's see. Can we go back to the Barbarian one more time to the left side of their sheet? As a reminder, they have a couple of cool status effects, as do the other characters, and we'll bring those up as people play them and activate them from their sheet. But notice that the Barbarian's effects are Concussion and Stun, and as we start using those effects, we'll start explaining what those do. With all that said, let's go ahead and start with Tyler's turn, since we've learned the most about Barbarian. Let's look up really quickly how many cards everyone starts with and how many character points they get, and we'll get started.
all right. Where's the starting card number again?
I'm going to take a look real quick. Bear with me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So,
Okay, so we're starting at 30 points. 30 hit points, that is.
I'm at 30. Sweet.
Cool.
This is
We're
actually
going to give each person 2 character points.
they're combat points, Mark.
Thank you. And then we're going to give each player 4 cards to start.
Draw.
Then when Tyler goes, since we won't really have any upkeep effects yet, he'll go ahead and add 1 more combat point to his dial, and then draw a 5th card, and then he's welcome to start his first main phase.
Well, that's awesome.
So I've drawn my 5th card, I've added my combat points, and so that counts as
that'll
my
be-
income phase, right?
Exactly.
And so now I go to my main phase, where I can play an ability or an upgrade. I can play my main phase action cards, or I can sell cards if I want. Can I sell more than 1 card?
Sell as many cards as you want.
Okay. Well, I don't wanna
Reminder,
do
you
that.
have to sell down to 6 at your discard phase if you have more than 6.
Alright, well I don't want to sell any cards, I don't want to play any cards, so I just want to go straight to my offensive roll phase.
Very cool.
In that case, what I'm trying to do is I just get to roll these dice, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, Dan, is there an easy way on this system to let him roll all of his dice at the same time?
Yeah, if you hold down Shift and you drag across the grouping, you can then roll anything that is highlighted. Then you can just take them and move them to the side, separate them as you need to, and then roll a grouping again if possible.
Got
Sweet.
4 swords.
So I rolled 4 swords and a
Oh, see,
5,
good.
and then 3 1s, a 3, and a 5. So if I want to use these 4 swords, I can deal 6 damage. If I want to roll this heart, I could re-roll it and maybe get another sword, do 8 damage. So that sounds like what I'm going to try to do. I get to roll up to 3 times, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So you get 2 rerolls now that you've rolled once.
And there you go.
There's that
So,
sword.
Got that 3rd sword. Oh, by the way, I actually don't play a lot of poker or craps or anything. So what is a straight and what is a large straight?
So a small straight for this purpose of this game is going to be 4 of your 5 dice must be consecutive. So 1 through 4, 2 through 5, or 4 through 6, or 3 through 6 rather. A large straight will be that all of your dice are consecutive. So that'll be 1 through 5 or 2 through 6.
All right. Well, I didn't get that. So let's just do. So I guess
So
I have
after
enough
one
dice to
reroll,
spend.
he's going to stand pat at 5 swords unless someone wants to affect his dice. We're ready to go to targeting?
Got
I'm
8
good.
damage coming here.
Yeah.
See who he's hitting.
So
Roll
how do
that.
I-
So
How
he's
do I
going to roll
roll
a
this?
single die now to determine whether 1 through 3 goes at the Moon Elf, or 4, 5, or 6 goes at the Pyromancer.
And now, just to be clear, that die I'm rolling is one of my red die. It's not this.
No, you can roll just that white one.
Could really be anything. If you want to remind yourself what ability you've activated, you could pick another die. Since I'm not in the game, you could easily choose one of mine.
Yeah, we got him.
I just set the white dice over there for everybody to use as targeting, so.
That way we can get the dice that are visible.
Yep.
Well, I rolled the white die and I got a 4.
So let's
Oh.
go on to duds.
Going to my face. All right. Well,
So he'll
Good
attack
thing
the
about this
Pyromancer, unless the Pyromancer's going to change that.
the good thing about this game is that if you're getting attacked, you actually get to do stuff. So I'm going to roll some dice too. Let's see. So my defensive roll, I get to roll 5 dice as it states, and then I will deal 1 times the fires shown on my dice, or I can also gain 1 times fire mastery, and I just get that for being attacked, which is nice. So let me roll some dice here. I get to roll all 5 of them. I'll roll.
So real quick to those who haven't seen the Pyromancer sheet yet, this means that on every 1, 2, and 3 that Dan rolls is a flame icon and will deal damage back to the attacker. And for every 5 that Dan rolls, that'll be Fiery Soul is what it's called. And that'll give him a fire mastery that he can employ later.
So I'm going to get a fire mastery token.
Because you rolled a 5, yep.
Because I rolled that 5, but I also rolled 1 and 2, which are going to go right back to his face. However, I'm going to get bashed a little bit.
No defensive roll changes, Dan?
What's up?
You're not going to use any cards to alter your rolls, I assume?
No. So that will
Sounds
sit
good.
with.
It's early.
I'll take a fancy little 8 damage to the face.
And then Tyler, you're taking 2 damage as well.
All right.
Okay, so the Pyromancer is going to go down from 30 to 22. The Barbarian will go from 30 to 28 in retaliation. There's gained 1 elemental mastery that they can employ later. Some main phase 2 actions, Tyler?
So just to be clear, main phase 2 does not. It lets me do all the same things as main
So
phase
all
1.
of the cards that you have that have M's on them that might upgrade the effects of your abilities, selling cards if you decide you want more combat points right now, you could do any of those things. But being at 5 cards, you're not required to do any of those.
All right. Well, I want to sell a card. So do I just
To
place
discard
it in my
it and gain
discard
1 combat point.
pile? Okay. That's it for me.
All right.
All right, very cool.
My turn, correct?
Yep.
So we're going to move to the Moon Elf.
We're
Should
going
be
to go.
Nick, I believe.
It'd be Pyromancer, right?
Which
On,
character are you?
on my screen, Pyromancer would be counterclockwise.
Yeah, so we're going to go clockwise, which is Moon Elf next.
So I'm going to draw 1 card.
Oh, what else over here? I was looking at.
Yeah.
Got it, right. Sorry.
Absolutely.
And then I gain a combat point. So I go to 3. See this fancy card I just drew. Ooh, that's crazy. So my abilities, I have one that's called Bind. The next time a player affected by this token concludes their offensive roll phase, that player must roll 1 die. If the results of 1 or 2, their offensive roll phase has no effect of any kind. Either way, you then remove the token. Entangled, the player afflicted by this token gets 1 fewer roll attempts during their next offensive roll phase, and it's removed at the end of their roll phase. Evasive, when a player with evasive damage receives damage, they can choose to spend this token. If spent, they roll 1 die. If it's a 1 or 2, there's no damage is received. And then targeted, when a player affected by this token is damaged as a result of an opponent's offensive roll phase, you add 2 to the damage total. So they take bonus damages. Wow. Okay, I'm going to go big here early. I'm going to play this card called Getting Paid, which nets me 2 combat points. for 0.
Going big.
Then I'm going to play this lovely Moon Magic, which costs me 4. Puts me down to 1. And that blind entangles and targets a player. I'm just going to roll this because I don't really care which one of you gets it. I think it's going to be hilarious.
Seems like a lot of effects there.
5, so that's going to the right. That would be Tyler. So you are blinded.
Good call. Good call, man.
Leave it up to chance. I see.
Targeted, and whatever this thing is. Entangled. Yeah. So those are some rough ones. That is my main phase. Time to go to some offensive roll action. And we're going to roll. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 2 feet, 2 arrows. What can I do with that? Covered shot would be kind of cool if I can get another foot. Yeah, I think I'm just going to reroll this guy. Although, just getting some good damage out there would be nice. Yeah, I'm just going to reroll this one once. Hey, there we go. Nope, that's not what I needed. That is... I guess that's dismissing shot. Inflict targeted. Oh, it's moons, isn't it? Yep, you're right. Alright, well then we're going to go big or go home here by re-rolling these 2 feet. Which I should have done the first time. There we go!
Oh, that's nice.
That is all of the...
All of those.
That is my longbow for 7.
Cool.
Let's see where we're going with that.
Big damage for sure.
That's a 6, so that's coming at Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that actually deals 8 to me because you're targeted.
So targeted would do +2.
Ooh.
So
Take 9 then.
Well, you got to do your don't forget your defensive roll.
Yep.
Oh, my mistake. Okay, so after your phase, I automatically do my defensive roll. Okay.
Yep.
And then, does any of your other effects affect my defensive roll?
So the entangled is on your offensive roll, and blind. Are you blinded? Yeah, blind is also on your offensive roll.
Okay, so for my defensive roll, I get to roll 3 dice, and for every heart, I heal 2.
Right.
Okay, so let's just roll these bottom 3 here. And I got 2 hearts.
Ooh, that's pretty awesome.
So you're gonna.
Do I heal before I take the damage, or do
You'll
I
take the damage and then heal.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll take 9 damage, right?
Let's see. 9 and then heal 2. Yep. And I believe this targeted goes away then. Oh no, it's persistent. Never mind. You are just targeted, buddy.
Right, that's a pretty good one.
Sorry, bro.
Hey, it's okay.
Does that only affect when you hit him, Nick, or is that when anyone hits him?
It's when a player afflicted with this token is damaged as a result of an opponent's offensive roll phase.
Wow.
Add 2.
You got a
to know.
big arrow pointing at me.
That's part of the reason I did it randomly. I'm like, this person's getting targeted hard.
Okay.
Tyler, did you heal 4 damage or did you only heal 2?
I did heal 4.
Okay.
Was
Cool.
Okay.
It's per the rolled symbol.
Yeah, I figured that made sense reading some of these other boards.
Cool.
Alright, I think that will be the end of my turn.
You know, barbarians don't care too much about finesse, but when it comes to intelligence, you should judge them.
Jones, I do approve of that turn, I must say.
I'm not going to do anything in my second main phase either. So, and I'm not going to discard any cards, so that's the end of my turn.
Alright, we'll go ahead. So let's look at this. Upkeep, I don't have anything in the upkeep.
Let me interrupt you just for a second, Dan.
Yeah.
Just as a shout out to everybody playing, there are a certain number of icon or tokens everyone has, and you are limited to the number of effects for those tokens. So if you start targeting everyone all over town, you will run out.
Yeah.
For sure. Cool. All right, so let's go to my income phase, which is going to get me 1 combat point. I'm going to draw 1 card. Ooh. All right. So during my main phase, I'm going to use 1 combat point, and I'm going to upgrade my with Molten Armor 2, which just gives me kind of another option on there for when
Nice.
I roll. I'm going to also use 1 and I'm going to upgrade my Fireball on my sheet as well, which basically kind of updates, gives me an extra bonus there. And I think that is all for this moment. So I'll go ahead and pass my first main phase and go to my offensive roll. I'm going to roll all these dices here. And interesting.
Couple of 5s.
Couple 5s hanging out
2s.
there.
Yeah, that's a big hodgepodge.
Yeah. Well,
Fireball. Fireball.
I kind of like what I see, but I think what we're gonna see if
It's kind of close to combustion, isn't it?
combustion is
Or pyroblast?
Fireball. It's all 4 sides. It is kind of close. Oh, it's kind of a
You got 3 out of 4, but the one you need is the 6.
hard choice here. 'Cause I want to do some damages.
Fireball. Fireball. Fireball.
We're gonna hold on to these 3 and see what else I can get out of these 2 here. It looks like we have 3 fireballs at this point.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and see if we can make the full gambit here. Ooh.
Should have
Well-
gone.
Well, no, actually, if you look at my board, I've got Pyroblast online as well. So now I got some decisions to make, which is kind of cool.
Pyroblast's solid, yeah.
For my Pyroblast, I could deal 6 damage and roll a dice, some extra things on one of the dice faces. Or I could straight up, or just deal 6 damage. Okay, I'll go ahead. Obviously, with Pyroblast, it's going to give me an extra benefit there. So
Yep.
we'll do Pyroblast. I will roll that now, and then I will choose who I'm attacking.
Okay.
So let's roll this, and it looks like on that symbol, I will gain 2 Fire Mastery, which is sweet.
Solid.
Very cool. I don't
I
know what
am-
Fire Mastery does, but it sounds intimidating.
It
Basically,
basically
there are-
powers up all of his abilities, yeah.
There are things on my board that'll say do +1 for each Fire Mastery, blah blah blah. And
So,
then
like-
if I just keep getting it up, there's all my stuff gets better.
So like Ignite, which is a large trait, deals 4 damage plus 2 damage per Fire Mastery that he has. So if he had 3 Fire Mastery, Ignite would do 10 damage.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet. So, all right. So that is going to be 6 damage total, and we're going to go at
Tell me again when I get hit.
2 equals a Tyler, I think, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Tyler's
So,
just getting wailed on.
Tyler's getting wailed on, but he wails back. I've seen this barbarian clean house before, so.
So,
Tyler, looks like you're getting hit for 6.
some defensive rolls here. So just to keep in mind, I always get to do defensive rolls. It's not like I only get to do it like
Yep.
once per round.
Yeah, if
Nope,
you're the one that's targeted,
always.
you get to do the roll.
It looks like I got 1 health, or 1 heart, and I think that means what'll happen is, you said 8 damage, or was it more than that?
Right now you have 6 damage. Well, have you rolled yet?
Yep. So I rolled, and it's going to be 8 damage because 6 from your attack and 2 from
2
being
from the targeted.
So we'll do that, and then I'll gain 2 life. And
Hold on, I think I have a play here.
okay.
So with my remaining point, I will play Huzzah. Play after attacking an opponent, roll a dice. On a fire, add 3 extra damage. On a wheel-looking thing, inflict a burn. On a mastery, gain 2 fire mastery. On a comet, inflict a knockdown. So we'll see what it is.
Okay.
Looks like it is Gain 2 Fire Mastery.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm
taking
killing
it.
with Fire Mastery.
Seems like the Pyromancer's the Lord of Chaos over there.
Alright, and that is my turn.
All right.
And is there somewhere where we can find that card so we can show the people watching?
I pulled it
let me
up there.
put out
Yeah.
Put it out in the middle there.
Cool.
All right. So is that it for you, Dan?
That is it for me. I'm going to move past my main phase. I have no more combat points, and I have 2 cards left. And I'll be holding all of those, so go ahead.
Okay. So if I do recall, I don't have any upkeep effects, right?
Nope.
None of these tokens do an upkeep effect on me, right?
Nope. They're all after you make an offensive roll at this point.
All right, and then I'll gain 1 CP, and I will also draw a card. Right. And then I have no cards that I'd like to play, so I will just roll my offense.
So, as a reminder, because of your entangled, you'll get 1 fewer roll attempt, so you only get 2 attempts this time.
Gotcha. So I'll do my first attempt here. I see how it is. Gang up on the big scary barbarian.
Yeah, man.
Rolling,
Hey,
rolling
keep in mind,
my
my attack was random.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was looking at that elf, and I was wanting to hit him, but you know,
Right.
sometimes
There's no elf over here. Don't pay attention to the elf. He's not doing anything.
You're looking over here at all this beef, and you don't know what else to attack. All right, so I did my first roll. I got 4 swords and a heart, and that only equals a smack, a 6 damage smack. Let's see. I suppose.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a small straight right now. That's 9 damage.
Oh, is that a small straight?
1, 2, 3, 4, man.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So
You
if
can
I try to
reroll
roll
the
this,
one, try to get a
one,
5.
Try to get a 5. Okay.
Go for really nasty damage here.
Because you only have 1 reroll, so.
Did I do it?
No!
All right,
Same
that's
thing.
Okay. That's okay. So that's gonna be my small straight, which is 9 damage.
That's pretty solid.
So that means I move on to my targeting roll, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I got a 1, so that's to my right.
That is to your left. That's me.
Oh, okay, great. Glad I have you here, Nick. Tell me which way is left.
I put a little reminder down here in the chat, too. 1, 2, 3 is left, 4, 5, 6 is right.
I see. Alrighty, so we'll attack you, so let's get some defensive rolls there.
I
All right.
approve.
So my defensive roll is 5 dice. On 2 feet, I prevent half the damage, and for every little arrow, guys, I deal 1 damage back. So
Wow.
let's grab
Half the
all these guys. And roll. What do we got here? I got 2 feet, I got 2 arrows. So I am going to prevent half of the damage, and I'm going to deal 1 damage back to you, Tyler. So what was the total you had coming at me?
It's a total of 9, so I don't know if you're running up or down, but
You'll
that's
Dudley?
round up.
Round up, so I would cancel 5 and take 4.
No, I believe the 5th damage hits you. I'll check the thing.
Alright. I'll set it as 4 for right now.
Sure.
it does say rounded up on your card, so that means that it would be 4 damage.
Yep, it does say rounded up, so I will take I'll take 5 then.
And you said you dealt 1 to me, or 2?
Or I'll only take 4, yeah.
You
I
only-
did 1 back to you, that's correct.
Okay, so I'll take 1. And
Jones,
then,
isn't half rounded up of 9 going to be 5 damage?
I'm canceling 5 then because it's rounded up, so I'm taking 4.
Right.
Right.
And then I have a card to play. I guess I could play this whenever, but I just want to do it now.
Tyler, before you play that card, just so you know, the entangled is going to go away at the conclusion of your roll phase.
And what does that do?
That's the one that gives you one less roll. And the blind, you'll roll a die, and on a 1 or 2... you should have rolled a 1 or 2. You should roll a die right now to see if that actually had any effect.
I don't know what I'm rolling for, but I got a 5.
Okay.
It has no.
Doesn't do anything
All
then. Yeah. Doesn't change anything, I should say.
Okay, so that means I move on to my main phase. I
Yep.
do not want to sell a card, and I think I'm just gonna move to discard and be done.
Okay. Both of those effects came off of you then. I removed them from your board over here.
Sweet. Yeah, I can't be stopped. Can't be slowed down. You can try, but it won't affect me forever.
Is that the end of your turn then?
I'm done.
Alright, so I'll start my turn.
Oh,
No.
you're done. So apparently you can be stopped, but only until it's your next turn.
I'll
Right,
draw
right.
one
Then
card.
you can be stopped.
See, I picture
I'll
that
gain
as
one
like
CP.
a full round, so I'm still doing all those actions even on your turn.
Yeah, it's all simultaneous, and we're all attacking at once. It's just like a little D&D fight.
Alright, nothing fun for me to do, so I will just grab all these dice. Grab. And I'm going to my combat phase unless anybody has something else to do. Let's see. 3 arrows, a foot, and a moon. 1, 3, 5, 6. Flick targeted. I don't know if I want to do that again. Alright, I'm going to keep this, and and just try to roll some damages. Roll! Alright, there's one more. And we'll re-roll this guy for my final. There it is, 5 of them. Perfect. And
So
yeah,
before you do a roll to see who you attack, I have a question.
Sure.
So I have some yellow cards in my hand, or orange, depending on whatever color this is, and it looks like I can use those during the combat phase.
Correct.
But if I have dice or a card that lets me manipulate opponent's dice, can I use that during the combat? Or
Yes.
so
Say when you use maybe underneath like the large letters.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. There is a phase indicated there. Great.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this to see who we're
Generally, they're
attacking.
only useful during the like whatever it's going to state.
Right.
5. Tyler, it's coming back at you again, buddy.
Oh my lord! You guys just forget that the person who is on fire
Yeah.
is actually in this battlefield. Apparently.
So I have 9 damage coming at you, Tyler.
Good
So,
lord.
is this the roll phase, or
We
This
are
would be a defensive roll. This,
correct.
okay?
although it is the targeting phase.
I just
still.
completed the targeting roll. If you wanted to do something during offensive, I'm okay with that.
So I have this card that says "Not this time," and it says "Prevent 6 damage
Okay.
from target player."
Yeah,
Nice.
that works.
If I can.
That's-
I think that's the pro play there.
Okay, so I will subtract a combat point because that costs 1.
So you got
And then-
3 coming at you right now.
I got 3 coming at me, but I also have to roll these
Yeah.
dice.
Yep.
You still
Right?
have your defensive roll for sure.
So let's do that. And I rolled 1 heart, so I'm gonna essentially net 1. I'm gonna lose 1 life there.
One ouchie to the barbarian because he's beefy.
He is beefy.
Yeah,
All right,
I saw what you did last time. Now, just to be clear, did you add that 2 damage from the targeting? into
Yes.
Your...
So my die does 7, and then the targeting made it 9. You
All right.
prevented 6, made it 3, and then you rolled a heart to prevent 2 more, so it was 1.
Great.
Yep.
So it sounds like we got all the accounting taken care of.
That is
all-
me. Over to Duds.
All right, here we go. The pyromancer is gonna go.
Yeah, totally not Chandra.
Totally not. Let's see here. Let's do. Boop. Wait. Let's do the rounds. How they work. Upkeep means I take one of these off, but I still have 4 in my pyro mastery. I will go 1 combat point up. I will draw a card. 1 card. Oh, interesting.
One thing I do like about this game is that card draw is really not that prevalent.
It isn't, no, yeah. If you play a long game, you may find a couple cards that can net you some more.
Yeah, but not
cards
many.
they're really important, and just getting rid of them for combat points is a toll.
Yep, it's really hit or miss.
Man, boy, I say that. I literally just said that, and I am debating whether to just ditch 2 cards and play because it's really. I think I'll wait because I am 22 as I. We will go ahead and go to my face, and let's see what kind of bring up. Let's roll them all. Woo. That's a spicy little roll there.
Ooh, 2 6s, 2 5s, and a 4. Is this the round he goes for the Yahtzee?
I don't know if it warrants only 2, but fun.
You're like over a third of the way there, man. You only need 3 more.
True, and if I get 2 more, I'll get that cool meteorite thing. Yeah, why not? We'll live dangerously. Let's try it. This could.
Scorch the Earth's pretty sweet, man.
Here we go. So we're gonna roll again. Hopefully, getting all meteorites. No. Okay, so we might have to change our strategy here. Now that we haven't seen what we wanted to see. I like Pyroblast from last time. Combustion would be cool. So I have.
I mean, if you have 4, you can still do Meteorite, too.
It's true, but I have this one, and this one. If I get a 4th, I can do Combustion, which would be sweet.
If you get the wheelie, yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet if I did that. All right, I think we're gonna try it out and see. Let's see what we can get with this roll, which is probably gonna be nothing, but we'll see.
Gotta try.
Gonna try.
Oh!
Nothing. This is pretty bad.
Uh,
We didn't get a straight. We didn't even get a fireball.
no. Oh my gosh.
Grossness. Okay. Did I accumulate anything? Let me take a look here. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a bust turn for me, as my dice hate me, apparently.
Them's how they roll.
Well, in that case, since I've done no damage, I believe what I'm going to do is go to second main phase, and I'm going to go with my original plan and discard 2 cards to gain 2 combat points. And I am going to play Molten Armor 3. So I am very defensive at this point.
Woof.
Oh, very cool. So now you have a bonus to your defensive rolls.
Yeah.
And
And
just to be
he
on the
inflicts
same
burn. Oh.
Okay, so that's quite cool.
Yeah, so my defensive roll is going to be good. Hopefully I won't need it. But since I did literally nothing that turn, kind of buttered out, if you will, I will call it there. Tyler, you're up.
Okay, so let me try to be as efficient as possible with this combat point die here.
No upkeep. Going to the income.
Well, yep, do my income, so I gain 1 combat point, draw 1 card. Gotta read that one.
That during that turn, my head was just the song that goes off when you lose at Price is Right was going through my head.
Had the want-wants going.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That happened.
So I need to ask another question about how this marked effect works.
Targeted.
Yeah. So, and especially, does this damage get added to the damage you deal, or is it an additional damage? I guess what I'm asking, is it part of the combat roll damage?
It
or is
says
it
you
separate?
add 2 to the damage total.
Okay. Okay, that answers my question. And also, if you get marked for some reason, if the Moon Elf does, when it says opponents, is that referencing anybody that attacks you, or is it specifically referencing, like, you can't, it doesn't affect you?
It's whenever any opponents would attack the person who's targeted.
Alright, transference it is.
Yep.
So that takes a status and moves it to somebody that I want to have it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Jonesy.
Now I'm targeted. Awesome.
Right, and I'll have to remove these points, which is harder than it looks, because...
And the red cards are the ones we can play at any time, right?
Right. Alright, and now I will move to my combat phase, combat roll phase, and I don't have, no longer entangled, so I should be able to do this multiple times. Looks
Yep.
like I got 3 swords, a crit, and a heart, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 4,
Got that
6.
small straight.
Oh wow!
Okay, so that
On the
is
first go.
mighty blow. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let's just re-roll the 6.
Yeah, you turn that 6 into a 5. You're looking pretty.
See if we
2
yeah,
rolls to get a
lucky.
5.
Alright. That's another
Ooh.
6.
Oh.
Seems to be a bug in the system here.
The third 6. That die just wants to be a 6.
I guess. I'm pretty sure I clicked on roll.
Yep, you did.
You did. I saw
Okay.
it go up in the air and come back down.
So that's going to be mighty blow then, and I will target somebody. Let's do that roll there. I got a 5, so that is once again going to my left, going to
To
my
the
right,
right.
actually.
So,
So who knows? I might get burned this time, but I think I can take a little bit of that.
At my face. All right.
that's
9
going
coming
to
in.
duds.
Accurate. It is 9.
Good lord. All right. Well, we're gonna roll 5 dice and see what happens.
This crazy new molten armor is getting put to the test.
None of it is me healing.
That was a good time to use it though. It's probably gonna mean me dying.
All right. Here's what we've got. You're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. I'm gonna gain 2 fire mastery.
So
Luckily, you're not burned.
which ones deal damage? Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna take.
So since
4
I've upgraded to the 3, the comets and the flames deal damage. The
Yep.
comet also gets you a fire mastery, and the flame fist gets you fire mastery. So
So you got 2 fire mastery and dealt 4 damage back there.
And then how do you burn though? You have to get a comet and a crit.
yeah, I'd have to get the crit. So
Fire and a wheel.
Okay, and if you had a fire and a wheel, does that mean that I get burned and take a damage because the fires deal a damage, or?
yes,
Oh, okay. Wow, that's powerful.
it's all those things. Yep.
So the burn deals 2 damage during the upkeep phase of their turn.
Okay, I'm frightened for sure, and I'm also done.
Alright. I will draw my card and gain a combat mastery to go to 3. Let's go see what my new card is real quick. Yeah, that seems alright. Main phase, I can do that. What are your life totals, guys?
Let's see. I took 9, but I didn't even mark it. So let's do that. I'm at 13.
I'm at 11.
13 and 11, huh?
I think it's 26.
Interesting.
We gotta do something about that.
Interesting.
Deal 13 to both opponents.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay not using that yet.
Nick's like, yeah, I could kill both of
Okay.
you right now, but
I'm gonna go to my combat roll and
I don't
see
wanna
what we
shorten
can
the
roll up
podcast.
here. Let's roll all these dice. What do we got down here? 3, 4 bows and a foot. 1, 3. I think those are 1, 1, 3, 5. Yeah.
Tyler, I say we join
1, 2, 3.
I'm on
Good,
board.
for the good of all.
Yeah, I mean, we're both red characters, right? We're
I'm gonna
already
roll.
practically-
Hey, we're gonna keep
practically
that.
brothers.
once again am using my longbow to deal 7 damage.
7 damages. It's pretty
Alright.
good.
Let's see who it's going at. That is 6, so it'll be going to my right to Tyler.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Alright,
So
I guess I get
it's
it.
just 7 this time, Tyler. Just 7.
Yeah, I had to pay 2 combat points to remove that
Yep.
token earlier. So let's do some rolls here. Do you have any effects before I roll, Nick?
Nothing before you roll, no.
Okay, so I'll roll these 3 dice here. I'll get 3 swords. It's not really ideal. So I suppose I will take 7.
Take 7. That'll put you at like 3 now?
No, I'll be a little bit higher than that. I think 5. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 5.
Alright, my second main, I'm gonna play this fancy card. You missed me 2 for 3 combat points. It just upgrades my defensive rolls. Costs me all of my CP. Oh, not negative. And that'll be my turn!
Alright,
Passing it over to Duds.
guys. We're going to gain a combat point, please. I'm going to draw a card. Oh my lord, I have made a huge mistake. And unfortunately drawn my entire deck.
That's a
So-
problem.
I'm going to discard all these cards. Luckily, I can, so none of them count anyway. Let's see.
Normally that means win.
And,
You should be able to put them back on your deck there.
put them all in a... Hopefully fix this. It's working. It's working.
You should be able to put them right back on here, Dudley.
Yeah, I can flip them all at once. So I'm just kind of filling them all in here.
Well, when you set them in there, it should flip them back. Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Sorry about this, folks.
Little
Sometimes the
fixie
interface
fixie.
is a little wonky. I got this one. Right,
Okay.
Quicker than I thought.
Yeah, it actually goes pretty quick.
I will give this a little shuffle, and then we will get going. Luckily, I had no cards in hand, so there's no discrepancy.
Yeah, they all go back in. It's
They
pretty
just all go
straightforward.
back in, and I will draw 1 instead of 18. Oh no, guys! I promise. This is one of my abilities. Draw 18 cards.
Yeah, I figured the Pyromancer is good, but
Not that good. There you go. Shuffle it up.
Looks like we're back. We'll give it a quick.
There
All
we
right,
go.
right. Let's draw 1 card. All right, seems good. Here we go. Cool. All right. So with my, I'm going to. Well, I might as well. I've got the card and I've got the points, so we will -2. Play. Let's play. Let's upgrade Meteorite here. No, like right there. Perfect. So my Meteorite 2 gives me a little better, and then I also have a Meteoroid. Okay, during the offensive phase, let's roll some dice. Oh wow,
Oh my
That's a big
goodness.
a lot of little flames there.
That's almost worth just keeping.
there's 4
It would be
ones.
8 damage plus 2 fire mastery.
It'd be nice. I really want to use these Fire Mastery though. You know, like I want to do something with it.
Hey man, 8
Well,
damage is 8 damage.
That's true. It is. It definitely kills one of the players,
Kills Tyler.
unless he can do
You
a thing.
can try.
You will try. Okay, let's see here.
Not to mention, I'm the kind of barbarian that haunts you when I die.
Uh-oh.
So, trust me.
Ghost Barbarian? I don't know if that's a real thing, but it could be.
Yeah.
You know, it's really tough. I didn't do anything last turn, so I feel like I have to keep this.
Yeah,
But I really want to re-roll it just to see what I get. I get 2 more.
I mean, keep it. You get 2 fire mastery too. That seems pretty good.
I do, but like, only if I roll a cool thing that uses the Fire Mastery is it worth it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but you got a lot of things that use the Fire Mastery now.
I will keep it. I will. So I'll go
Okay.
ahead and let's see who I'm hitting with this 8 damage.
Targeting.
I'm targeting a 1,
That'll go to your left.
so that'll be Tyler.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy.
jeez.
Dice are bugged, but that's okay because I'm feeling good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what does this do?
So
Instant action,
that-
roll 3 dice, heal 1, plus 2 per heart. So you're going to heal 1 no matter what.
Right.
So you go ahead and do this before your defensive roll.
Yep.
Right, that's the plan. Gotta get everything I can. So I gain 3 lives.
Gain 3.
Oh, actually, wait a second. I have another effect.
Oh,
Change one of the outcomes of your dice to be identical to the outcome of one of your other dice.
oh,
So-
nice.
What do you know?
Oh wait. So can I use this now? Because it's technically still the.
Yes, you
dice
can.
roll
This
phase.
is during the roll phase.
Yep.
So yes.
So I'm gonna
Anytime
do
in
that.
this little orange phase part on your turn order card, you could use it.
So that's gonna become a heart. I'm
So you're
not
gonna,
even change.
so you're gonna
it,
heal
That's fine.
5.
Right.
Heal 5 total. All right. You get some back. You gonna survive.
Don't want
And
to
that's before
die.
you even roll.
Alright.
So not bad.
Now
Yeah.
let's do defensive roll.
I got to be honest. I really wanted to hit Jonesy here.
I think everybody wanted you to hit me.
Everybody just wants. I want to hit Jonesy.
Alright.
You know, he's just kind of hiding there, and I need to find him.
So you got another heart, so you're gonna heal.
2 and
2
take
more?
8.
Yep.
Take 8 damage. All right.
So I'll be at 4. Nice solid 4.
Hey, that is better than being dead.
Still alive, man.
Right. All right.
Dudley, it's your second main then?
I have no combat points, no cards, and a whole lot of fire mastery. So fast turn.
Just flames everywhere, but
All right.
it's burning.
Back to Tyler then.
All right. So I'll gain a combat point. Gain the one that I used. I will draw a card. Oh, this is a card for sure. That's a sweet one, actually. But I'm not gonna play it because I'm worried I'm gonna die. And let's do some. So just to be clear, I did my upkeep. I had no effects. I did my income. I did my main phase, and now I'm gonna go to my offensive goals. Okay. Let's do that. For my first roll, I got. Oh, my heart almost stopped.
Couple of hearts, couple of swords.
I did get a lot of hearts. I also got a 1, 2,
4,
this and a
5.
3. But I think what I'm gonna do is just re-roll these 2 swords.
Going for all the hearts. What does that do for you here? Fortitude.
me.
Heal 6 if you get 5 of them.
That roll was a bust, and that roll was not a bust. So I will heal 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Coming back.
Playing that long
Yeah, man.
game. Hoping that the mystical overlord called the opponent selection die finally swings in my favor.
So you're at 9 now after that heal?
Yes, and I'm done.
Okay. My turn, I'm going to draw 1. Going to get 1 combat point. Let's see what I got here. Interesting. And I have, that's not what I wanted. I have only 1 combat point right now. I think what I want to do... I'm going to... Can I discard for combat points right now? Yes, right?
Yeah.
In the main phases.
Yep. Alright, main phase, I'm going to discard that, get a combat point, then I'm going to immediately use it for this diminishing shot, which will go right there. So that'll use my other combat point plus the one that I got from discarding. And then we're going to go to some combat rolls. Roll them up, see what we got. 1, 3, 6, 4. We got moons, we got feet. Moons and feet and arrows. I mean, I've got inflict, target, and tangled already. So I'm just gonna reroll this guy here. Gets me another foot. That's dumb. I'm gonna reroll one more time. There we go. That's something, I guess. Not really. I can either inflict targeted and tangled, or I can do 5 damage. I think I'm going to do 5 damage, because that seems like the name of the game right now. So I will roll my targeting die.
It's not too scary.
It is a 5, so it is going to my right. Tyler, you are again the target of this attack.
Okay.
For 5 damage currently.
I'll do my defense. What's it gonna be? 1 heart. So I'll take 5 damage, and I will do.
So you'll take 3. All right.
Yep.
That will be my turn, I believe.
Back around, all right.
Back to duds.
Let's see what we can do with these rolls. I'll gain a combat point.
So Dudley, you're currently at 13.
That's correct.
Tyler's at 6. And I'm at 26.
Roll 1 card.
Thanks, in large part, to the luck of the targeting die.
I think the statistical likelihood of what has happened this game is actually quite unlikely.
Oh yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Because I think I'm the only one that's attacked both people, so the damage you've taken has been just from me.
I
So
think
every single other attack that has been issued has been
to you, yeah.
barbarian. Yeah.
I think I attacked Dudley once,
Yeah, he got
Oh, did he?
he got me once.
really early.
Well,
Alright, I
can't
don't
play.
have any cards to play. I have 1 combat point. We're going to roll these dice here. Oh my lord.
Ooh.
Oh my
Once
lord.
you get all fired. Oh,
I already have meteor.
nice.
Done. So,
No, you're 1 off from Meteor.
no, meteoroid is what I have.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, it doesn't show the upgrade. You have Meteoroid. Yep. Inflict, knockdown, burn, and stun.
Gross. Alright, I'm going to. We're gonna go. Let's get some 6s. Let's do this.
Going for the scorch the earth.
Scorch that earth!
Nope.
Ah. Close, so close, so close. Well, I have a thing I can do at least. Let's try it again. Why not? Flew dangerously. We're going for another meteorite. Let's go. And
Ah.
we did get a meteoroid though, and that inflicts knockdown, burn, and stun.
Yep.
Hopefully to Jones.
We'll
Let's
see.
get that targeting die out. See what happens.
We're gonna give Jones this. Hopefully, Tyler.
3
Hey.
to the left.
It's okay.
That
You know,
is.
I get the
You're
game
gonna
so
get
far.
knocked down, which is to remove this token. The afflicted player with it must CP before the start of their offensive roll. If they do not, they must skip the offensive roll.
Oh my gosh. But you do
you
remove the
also-
token.
You do. You have to spend 2 to remove it, basically.
Okay.
And then you're also burned. A player afflicted with this token is dealt 2 damage during the upkeep phase of their turn, and this is always there.
So I believe the knockdown comes off whether or not they don't get to do their roll or not.
It says to remove, the player must spend 2 CP before the start of their offensive roll. If that player does not, they must skip phase and then remove the token.
Okay.
So you can pay or not. Alright, so
If you pay, you still get your attack phase. If you don't, then you got it.
you are unfortunately also stunned, which says if you're afflicted with this, you may take no actions of any kind.
No cards.
After
Done.
the player
who inflicts stun removes the token and then immediately targets the same opponent with an additional offensive roll. Whoa, mama.
Oh.
After the attack concludes, the player who inflicted stun removes the token and then immediately targets the same opponent with an additional offensive phase.
Okay.
Okay. I guess
Cool.
actions currently.
And you target me, so you get to just do it again.
Unfortunately, I do get to roll another offensive roll.
Gotcha.
This game's brutal.
That's
why
rough.
could it have been Jones? All right. Unfortunately, I'm rolling again, and I immediately target you.
That's okay. You know, I'm knocked down. You got disadvantage on ranged attack rolls against me
So you don't get to roll any defense either.
because I'm stunned.
Yeah. Take no actions of any kind. No cards are played. No defense may be made. No status tokens or passive abilities may be used.
Okay, that's why Meteoroid's so good.
Yep.
Yeah, because you just get to do it again. It's free.
All right, so I've got this. We're definitely gonna just go for broke here. Hopefully, if I miss out on this, no big deal. That way I just won't kill Tyler.
Hey, don't pity me. You know,
Oh, I'm not pitying. I'm
barbarian.
going for combustion. You can see
I'm a
it's gonna.
barbarian over here.
If I need right now is I've got 2 rolls to get 1 meteorite. If I get 1 meteorite on a 6, then I'm gonna deal
3
Oh, we don't-
undefendable damage
a
per
lot.
token that he has. That's crazy.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go one more time for broke. All right. I did
No.
not get it. However, I did end up with Fireball 2, which is
Okay.
deal
6 damage.
6 damage and gain 2 fire mastery.
Okay. Oh, well, if it's 6 damage, I can't defend. That got me.
That's exactly what he needed. Yep.
No, it's 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
I only
Just
have the 4 fires here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 6.
Well, I'm still gonna die on my turn, but same deal.
Oh yeah, you're burned.
Because you take 2 at your upkeep
Yeah.
from the burn. Yep.
Hey, that's.
I need
that's,
you alive, buddy.
When you mess with fire, you're gonna get. burned.
I didn't want to hit you. I would have
Hey.
literally kept you alive.
Hey, as a
Alright.
as a warrior a warrior of the barbarian tribe, I don't want to be kept alive. Okay.
You're sent to whatever
My
gods you
turns.
worship because you've
I
battle.
want to die in combat. All right.
So we'll
that's
go
it
to
for
your
me.
turn, and then unfortunately during your upkeep,
Burn.
you die.
Yep. So I die before I get a chance to do any of these other tokens, and then I guess we'll just move on to.
Yep, that's the upkeep. Alright, so I will draw my card.
And now Jones, you're the only one I am able to hurt.
Yeah, so we don't have a targeting die now. It's kind of the nice thing.
Now we are up.
But you're still marked, and you always will be.
You're marked.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That mark
discard this card. Oh, that's 2 cards. Hold on.
That mark isn't like a big arrow or anything graphical. It's just a big scar on your face from where I hit you with my axe.
I'm going to discard this card to get a CP so that I can play this card and hand this fancy little targeted token over to Dudley.
I don't want it though.
I'm sorry, you get it, sir, because I'm transferring it from me to you. One status effect target from target player to any other target player.
Good times.
Yeah, so that happened. That cost me my CP plus the one that I discarded for. And now it is time to roll some dice. Dudley, what's your health at right now?
It is at 13.
13. I don't think I can do that in a single shot here.
That's probably pretty tough, I'd imagine.
I
It's
have...
tough for me to deal 26 to use.
Actually, this is pretty sweet. I have 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. So I will just re-roll this guy once, and that is a 3 again, so no. We'll roll him one more time. It's another 3. Okay, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have my entangled shot, which will deal 7 damage and inflict Entangled.
Oh boy. What's that do again?
Entangled's the one that you get 1 fewer roll attempts during your offensive roll phase, and it's just for 1 turn though. So at the conclusion of your offensive roll, the token's removed.
Got it. So you'll be dealing 8 damage to me, correct?
9 because the targeted gives it +2.
I see. I will roll my defensive roll. Let's see what we get here. Do some value.
Defense.
Ah.
3 damage.
Alright, so it looks like 1 damage for the fire, 1 damage for each meteorite. Each meteorite gives me fire mat, which I possibly get any more of. And no burn, lucky you.
So I take 3 damage, right?
You'll take 3 damages, yep.
Alright, I'm down to 23, and then you will take the 9.
Oh boy. I'm at 4.
And I pass the turn to you, sir.
Alright. One of these comes off. Very good. Right. Draw a card.
So it's down to me and Dudley. The Pyromancer and the Moon Elf facing off. Tyler's been eliminated due to ridiculously off-balance
Yeah.
targeting rolls from both of us.
Unfortunately, yes. Alright. Here we go. We're going to roll 6, and it looks like I'm entangled, so I only can do 2 of these rolls.
Yep, you will roll once, and you get 1 reroll. 1, 2, 3, okay.
I would love to get combustion here, so...
You just need a 6 then, right?
I'm going to need a 6 for that combustion. Let's try it. This is the only roll I get. Give me a 6. Oh. I'll tell you what.
Whew.
Let's use a combat point. And play 6 it.
Ah!
Change the outcome of any one of your dice to a 6.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yes, it is.
So
All right,
now you
with
have...
combustion, fire mastery. To activate combustion, remove up to 4 fire mastery tokens and deal double damage per token, which I will do.
So it'll be 4...
12 total damage.
Wow. Okay.
Defendable.
Well, 12 damage coming at me. Well,
12 seems good.
let's see. My defense is all 5 dice.
I believe you don't roll a defense.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's what undefendable means.
Is it undefendable? I'm sorry, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I just take 12.
Yeah.
That is a house move right there.
Pretty
Yes,
brutal.
it worked out pretty well.
I am at 11.
These tokens paid off for once.
Yeah.
And
All
what are
right.
you at?
I'm at 11 now.
You're at 11, and I am at 4.
4. Okay.
So you have to do only 3 damage. Well, technically, you only have to do 1 damage to me since I'm targeted. It's just
Yeah.
1 damage.
Is
Why
that
don't you just not roll any damage? and
is that the end of your turn then?
That'll be the end of my turn. Let's
All
see.
right.
Let's see what
I'll
you can
draw my card. I will. Oh, what am I doing? Get my CP. Let's see what this says.
Even if I do get hit, though, I get to roll my dice, so we might do some damage back to you. Probably not 11, but I might do some damage
That's
back.
kind of rough.
Burn's pretty gnarly. Get a couple of those burns on him and that
Yeah,
damage.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to... Well, don't do that. I'm going to discard 1 card so that I get a CP and I can use this to enhance my longbow. Then we're going to roll all these dice. Alright. I don't know if I like this. What do you know? I got 3, 4, 5, 6 again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll keep that. I'll re-roll this guy.
Trying to get that 2.
It's a 5. We'll roll it one more time. It's a 3 again. Alright, so we're doing the entangling shot. So I'll actually give you this token this time, even though I don't think it's going to be relevant. There's that. So I have 9 damage coming your way, sir.
Alright. I have a defense.
To that 4 life total.
Yeah. As a roll says. Survey says.
I mean, you can do some serious damage back. I don't think it's enough to kill, though, yeah.
Not enough, no. Ooh, buddy. Alright.
Oh,
What do you know?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Plus you're burned.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm down to
The worst
7.
part of the deal there. Nobody wants to get burned.
Plus you're burned.
And you take, see,
All the
9?
damages.
You take 9.
Alright. No, I die as well. Man, I needed about one more turn.
Oh my gosh.
And I think I probably could have pulled it off. That was got pretty close.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the game.
This is the way of doing a decent amount of damage, so.
Yeah. The Moon Elf comes out victorious. Dudley takes second place, and Tyler got burned out real early, unfortunately. So
Turns out, no, he held out for a long beating.
way longer than a lot of people thought he might. I didn't think he was going to last that long for sure. So
Don't let anybody say that a barbarian can't take a beating. It's just not true.
yeah. Well, thank you to everybody that listened on the live stream. We look forward to seeing you all again soon.